Assalamualaikum and have a good day everyone. In this video, we will learn Subtopic 2.4 main organ for photosynthesis from chapter 2 leaf structure and function. What is the necessity of photosynthesis in plant? Plants are autotrophic organisms that produce their own food through photosynthesis. The product of photosynthesis, which is glucose, is used by the organism to generate energy through oxidation of food. Energy is needed to carry out living processes such as growth and reproduction. In this process, the sunlight, carbon dioxide and water are needed in the plant to carry out photosynthesis. The product of photosynthesis is oxygen and sugar. Let's talk about brief history of discovery of photosynthesis. In 1640s, Jean-Baptiste van Helmont carried out an experimental test the idea that plants obtain their food from the soil. This is the picture of the experiment. Helmont made the conclusion the plant had grown by only being water and not from the soil of the water of the soil. Helmont planted the 2.3 kg seedling in the 90 kg of dry soil. The plant was watered for 5 years. After 5 years, the plant weighed 77 kg, but the dry soil remains same, 90 kg of dry soil. So Helmont made the conclusion the plant had grown by only being water and not from the water of the soil. The other experiment is in year 1772. An experiment conducted by Joseph Priestley shows that plants release oxygen to the atmosphere. This is the experiment. The conclusion from Priestley is plants release oxygen. He put a rat in the inverted glass and the rat died. But after, when a plant was placed inside the inverted glass jar with a rat, the rat lived. So, before we learn about the process, we have to know the adaptation of the internal structure of a leaf to photosynthesis. So this is the whole process of the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis needs chlorophyll to absorb light energy from the sun, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water from the soil. Oxygen is released as a byproduct. Beside the leaf being the main photosynthesis organ, young stem and other green parts of the plant are also able to carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis originated from the Greek word. Photo means light, synthesis means arrange together or producing. Next. So this is adaptation of the internal structure of a leaf to photosynthesis. First, number 1 and number 3, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. What is the adaptation? Upper epidermis and lower epidermis are transparent waxy cuticle to allow sunlight to penetrate the upper epidermis and lower epidermis into the palisade mesophyll and spongy mesophyll. Stomata are present in the lower epidermis. In the presence of light, stomata open and allow gases exchange to occur. Next, we discuss about structure 2A. 2A is palisade mesophyll. Palisade mesophyll packed with chloroplast to enable sunlight to be absorbed at a maximum rate. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll will absorb light energy for photosynthesis. Next, 2B. 2B is spongy mesophyll. Spongy mesophyll contain a lesser number of chloroplasts compared to palisade mesophyll. Spongy mesophyll are irregular shaped and contain airspace to allow efficient gases exchange during photosynthesis. The next structure is for vascular bundle. Vascular bundle consists of xylem to transport water and mineral salt absorbed from the root to the leaf, and flower to transport sucrose produced by photosynthesis from the leaf to all parts of the plant. Next, we discuss more about the chloroplast structure. This is the picture of chloroplast. The chloroplast organelle in the plant cell which function as a site of photosynthesis. A chloroplast contains chlorophyll to absorb sunlight and convert it into chemical energy during photosynthesis. A chloroplast consists of thylakoid, grana, stroma, and lamella. Let's go inside into the chloroplast. First, thylakoid. Thylakoid is disc-shaped sac containing chlorophyll. In thylakoid membrane, there are photosynthetic pigments that trap sunlight. Light-dependent reaction occur in the thylakoid. So the chlorophyll are on the surface of the thylakoid. Granum. Granum is the disc-shaped stack of thylakoid. This arrangement increases the surface area for optimal photosynthesis. So granum is the stack of thylakoid. Next, stroma. Stroma is colorless fluid surrounding granum in the chloroplast. This is the site for light independent reaction to take place which produce glucose. Next, type of photosynthetic pigment in leaf. There are various colors of leaf. So, do you know that the chromatography method can be used to separate the photosynthetic pigment in the leaf? Yes, the chromatography is the technique separating components of a mixture based on the differences in solubility of the component in certain solvent. In the chromatography technique, we use chromatogram, which is paper chromatography with the test result to show the separated component. How many types of photosynthetic pigment in leaf are involved to produce the green color of a plant? In autumn, the green color of the leaf changes to yellow, orange, red and brown. Can you explain why? So, let's discuss about the pigment in the leaf. So, this is the chromatography method and this is the chromatogram after we carry out the chromatography method. So, what is the photosynthetic pigment in the leaf? Okay, the chlorophyll pigment make the leaf appear green. So, the color of leaf depend on the pigment containing in them. So, when the leaf is green, the leaf contain chlorophyll. Another pigment is red, anthocyanin, yellow, xanthophyll, orange, keratin. In four-season country, during summer, leaf in green caused by light intensity is very high. But during autumn and winter, some plants stop making chlorophylls. Chlorophyll are broken down into smaller molecules. Without chlorophyll, carotenoid and anthocyanin will be produced and cause the color of leaf to change into yellow or orange from carotenoid and become red because contain anthocyanin. Okay. Now, we will discuss about light dependent and light independent reaction in photosynthesis. So, this is the picture of the process, light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. And then this is the full equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of light and chlorophyll will produce glucose, oxygen and water. There are two main stages in photosynthesis, which are light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. Light dependent reaction occur in thylakoid. why light-independent reaction occur in stroma. So, before we learn about the process, we have to know what is NADP plus and NADPH. NADP plus or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate is a coenzyme in cell, a hydrogen carrier and oxidizing agent, sulfide or hydrogen ion in reaction. While NADPH is a reducing agent in the light-independent reaction. So, let's discuss more about light-dependent reaction. So, this is the process of light-dependent reaction. First of all, photosynthetic pigment on the surface of the thylakoid absorb light energy. Here. Okay, so the sunlight absorbed by the thylakoid. So when the light energy is absorbed, light energy will excite electron in chlorophyll pigment to a higher level. So the electron become energized. Second one, the third one, the excited electron from the chlorophyll go to the series of electron carriers. Here, the energy from the electron is used to generate energy in the form of ATP. Okay, it will produce ATP. Next, these electrons are accepted by the last electron acceptor, which is NADP plus and NADP plus, then combine with the hydrogen ion from photolysis of water to form NADPH, which is reducing agent. Okay, we can see here. Okay, photolysis of water, we produce hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion we combine with NADP plus. Chlorophyll pigment attract electron from water via photolysis to become stable. Okay, when the thylakoid absorb light energy, when the chlorophyll absorb the light energy, so the electron will be excited and leave the chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll become unstable. So chlorophyll pigment must attract electron from the water. Okay, water is from the photolysis of water. Next, what is photolysis of water? Photolysis of water is process whereby water molecule are broken down into hydrogen ion H plus and hydroxide ion OH minus in the presence of light energy and chlorophyll. Here is the process. Water molecule split into hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. Next, hydroxide ion lose electron and form oxygen and water. So the hydroxide ion lose electron to form oxygen and molecule of water. So after light dependent reaction, we will discuss about light independent reaction. So this is light independent reaction occur in stroma. So the process of light independent reaction, or the other name is called Kevin cycle. This is the process involved. First, 5 carbon organic compound 3 RUBP here and carbon dioxide fix the carbon dioxide gases to form 6 carbon organic compound. Okay, 5 carbon organic compound, carbon dioxide, and we form 6 carbon organic compound. After that, NADPH and ATP from the light dependent reaction reduce the organic compound to glucose monomer. Okay, here NADPH and ATP will undergo reduction to form glucose. After that, glucose monomer condensate to form starch molecule. Starch granule are stored in the stroma of chloroplast. Okay, here. Next, What is the comparison between light-dependent reaction and light-independent reaction? So we have to state the similarity and differences. So the similarity are both process catalyzed by enzyme. Both process take place in chloroplast. The differences is during light-dependent reaction, it will produce ATP, while during light-independent reaction, we will use ATP molecule. The light-dependent reaction occur at thylakoid, while light-independent reaction occur at stroma. The reaction substance required during light-dependent reaction is water, while the reaction substance required during light-independent reaction is carbon dioxide. The product produced during light-dependent reaction is oxygen and water, while the product produced during light-independent reaction is glucose. The process involved in light-dependent reaction is photolysis of water, while the process involved in light-independent reaction is reduction of carbon dioxide. Next. What is the environmental factor that affect the rate of photosynthesis? There are three factors. First, carbon dioxide concentration, light intensity, and temperature. Before we learn about the factor, we have to know what is limiting factor. Limiting factor is a factor that controls a biochemistry process and the changes according to their variation. An increase in limiting factor will increase on a certain biochemistry process if the other factors are constant. So let's discuss the factor. This is the graph carbon dioxide concentration. An increase in carbon dioxide concentration increase the rate of photosynthesis as long as there is no other limiting factor such as surrounding temperature and light intensity. At point P, photosynthesis rate is constant. As the concentration of carbon dioxide increase after P, the rate of photosynthesis remain unchanged. This is due to light intensity become the limiting factor. So, as the concentration carbon dioxide increase, it will no longer increase the rate of photosynthesis because other factors such as light intensity become limiting factor. Okay, next, light intensity. So this is the graph of light intensity. Light is needed in the light-dependent reaction. If the concentration of carbon dioxide and temperature are constant, the rate of photosynthesis increases until it reaches maximum point at noon. So, what happened? At the graph 1, the rate of photosynthesis increases with the increase of light intensity until it reaches a light saturation point at P. Look at the graph, point P. After point P, the increase in light intensity from P to Q is no longer increases the rate of photosynthesis because it is limited by other factors such as temperature and carbon dioxide concentration. So now we manipulate the light intensity. So in the increase of light intensity will not increase the rate of photosynthesis because limited by the temperature and carbon dioxide concentration. So when the concentration of carbon dioxide in environment is increased to 0.13%. Look at to the graph. The concentration of carbon dioxide is increased. We increase the concentration from 0.03% into 0.13%. So the rate photosynthesis will increase. Look at to the graph 2. Next, temperature. The reaction in photosynthesis are catalyzed by enzyme. Therefore, changes of surrounding temperature will affect enzyme activity and also the rate of photosynthesis. The optimum temperature is different for different plant species, but in general, the optimal temperature is between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. A very high temperature, more than 30 degrees Celsius, it will denature the enzyme. So the process of photosynthesis is stopped. Okay, what is the effect of different light intensity and light color on the rate of photosynthesis? Okay, the rate of photosynthesis in the plant is different throughout the day. The rate of photosynthesis is also affected by the color of the light. The rate of photosynthesis is highest in the red and blue light. What is the color of the light? Light spectrum consists of 7 colors in a certain sequence, such as violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Each color have a different wavelength. Okay, this is the action spectrum for photosynthesis. From the graph, the rate of photosynthesis is highest in red and blue light, because all the red light is absorbed by chlorophyll. Blue light is absorbed by carotenoid pigment before being transferred to the chlorophyll. These two lights have enough amount of energy to excite electron in the light-dependent reaction. With that, thank you.